Hello everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. After evading the questions over Pegasus for the entire duration of the monsoon session, the Modi government finally has shown willingness to investigate all aspects of the matter. At least this is what it told the apex court of the country on Monday. The government told the court that it will set up a committee of experts to look into all the aspects of the Pegasus snooping allegations. However, this promise came with certain not so obvious non-disclosures. We will discuss this in today's video, what the Supreme Court said, what did the centre say, and what is the next step as far as Pegasus snooping scandal is concerned. But before that, if you're watching this video on YouTube, please don't forget to give us a super thanks if you like this video. And please do comment below the video, please do subscribe to our channel. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, please do like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. Now, after multiple individuals like opposition members, human rights activists and NGOs moved the Supreme Court seeking inquiry into the Pegasus snooping allegations, the top court clubbed the petitions and took up the matter for hearing. Supreme Court had two sittings on the matter before yesterday's hearing, the last one being on August 12th. The top court resumed its hearing in the Pegasus snooping issue on Monday. On August 12th, the Solicitor General of India, Tushar Mehta, had sought time to get instructions from the Union government as regards the response to the pleas. A bench comprising the Chief Justice of India, Ramana, Justice Suryakant and Aniruddha Bose was hearing a batch of petitions seeking a court-monitored probe by the Special Investigation Team or a judicial probe into the reports of snooping of activists, journalists, politicians, constitutional authorities, even some judges and judicial staff using the Pegasus spyware. Now on Monday, the government submitted a limited counter affidavit and said that the allegations by petitioners were based on unsubstantiated media or incomplete or uncorroborated materials. Now, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta also referred to the statement made by Union IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav in the Parliament. Now, Tushar Mehta further said that the centre will soon set up a committee of experts to examine all the issues raised in the Pegasus controversy to dispel any wrong narrative spread by certain vested interest. He said, and I quote, "This is a technical issue. It needs specialized expertise. We will appoint a neutral, eminent people of the field. I don't think government can be more transparent and impartial than this," unquote. Now, this is what the Solicitor General submitted in the court. The affidavit was submitted on Monday morning, just before the Supreme Court began its hearing on the Pegasus matter. Now, counsel for one of the petitioners, Kapil Sibal, took an objection to the counter affidavit filed by the centre. He said that before the court considers the official proposal for the committee, the government should clarify whether or not it has used Pegasus spyware, and if yes, then what procedure was followed to authorize the targeting of the people. He pointed out that the affidavit has been filed through the Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, whereas if any lawful interception has in fact taken place, then it would be Home Ministry which would have given the permission. Now, Kapil Sibal also asked where is the question of formation of a committee stemming from when the government itself is accused of snooping on citizens. Senior advocate Rakesh Dwivedi, appearing for journalist Paranjay Guha Thakurta, whose phone has been reportedly hacked by Pegasus, submitted that even the minister's statement before the parliament does not make a categorical denial of using the Israeli spyware Pegasus. The arguments made by advocates of other petitioners were similar to this. All of them made one point, that the centre is not clearly answering one question, and that question is, did the Modi government use Pegasus spyware, yes or no? Now, while Tushar Mehta did not have any answer for why the government is not answering the question in clear terms, he used national interest card to respond to these submissions. Mehta claimed that there is an attempt to make the matter, which is very sensitive in nature, a sensational matter. The matter involves issues of national security. The matter cannot be as simple as filing an affidavit. The concerned minister has given details of the issue before the parliament. Any facts being placed before the court would involve the national security aspect. This is what Solicitor General Tushar Mehta said. Now, when the CJI asked him why not put what he said in an affidavit, he said, even if it is said that the government has not used Pegasus, the petitioner will again press for the inquiry on whether the government's no is true, the top law officer of the centre contended. He also asked what was the real intention and purpose behind these petitions. However, the Chief Justice of India, N.V. Ramana, asked how can a technical committee go into the aspects that relate to the law. He said, and I quote, "How will the technical committee check what authorizations have been given, what contracts, etc.? There are two issues. The experts can check what particular software was used. The issue of permission, sanction, procurement, non-procurement, etc. Who will examine that?" And this is what the CJI asked. The Solicitor General then replied that the court may confer the committee the powers it may deem fit. Kapil Sibal, however, rejected the national security argument of Tushar Mehta. Now, the day's proceedings ended with the CJI saying that the court cannot compel the government to file an affidavit. The court then adjourned the matter till Tuesday. Now, today, when the proceedings began, the centre told the court that the reply to the petitions over the Pegasus controversy is sufficient and that any further data that they should want to place for the court's consideration may only be through the medium of an expert committee to ensure complete confidentiality in view of the sensitivity of the matter. Pushing for the government-appointed expert committee, he said that the government will place anything before that committee, and this cannot be a subject matter of affidavit and public debate. Tushar Mehta said, if it is a sensitive matter, it has to be taken sensitively. If we want to sensationalize it, that the government should do this or that it is A government or B government, it is our government. Now to this, Justice Surya Kanta said that the court will not allow anything that will compromise national security. However, the issue here was different. He said, there are citizens who are civilians, some of them are persons of eminence who are complaining of hacking or interception of their phones. Even though the rules permit an interception even for civilians, that can be done only by the permission of a competent authority. There is nothing wrong with that. What is the problem if that competent authority filed an affidavit before us? In that affidavit, we don't even want a single word on the aspect that relates to the security of the nation. Now, eventually, the Supreme Court did issue a notice to the Union government. Now, there are few questions that arise over the government's submission in the court. First, the petitioners have sought an independent inquiry into the Pegasus snooping allegation. They have sought either a court-monitored probe, a judicial inquiry, or an SIT investigation. The government, on the other hand, is adamant on forming an expert committee where the experts will be selected by the government itself. So while the government itself is accused of snooping, the committee appointed by it will be looking into all aspects of the matter. This reminded me of the former CJI Ranjan Gogoi's sexual harassment case where he sat for his own hearing as a judge. Let us talk about the second point. The government has not looked at these allegations objectively. The affidavit makes it amply clear that the government has already made up its mind that allegations are false and motivated. If that is the case, how can one expect the government to be fair in its investigation, or even the government-appointed committee to be fair? Point number 3. The Solicitor General of India spoke about national security as a reason why the government would not speak about the allegations in the public domain. Well, but the government had made some disclosures in this regard earlier. The IT Minister gave a statement in the Parliament, whereas the Ministry of Defence told the Parliament that Pegasus spyware was not bought by the Ministry. So if these disclosures are available in the public domain, how would a similar disclosure in the court would jeopardize the national security? That's a big question. Now let us move on to the fourth and the last point. The central government is yet not answering the one question repeatedly being asked. Did it use Pegasus spyware or not? Yes or no? The Modi government has been beating around the bush talking about why India is being targeted, how this is a ploy to disturb the parliament functioning, to insult the parliament, etc. But it is not saying in clear terms that we have not used Pegasus. Now, Indian government's response to the Pegasus issue is in stark contrast to its foreign counterparts. Several foreign governments, including that of France, have ordered multiple investigations, started putting pressure on Israeli Prime Minister to probe the NSO activities, which have resulted into at least 2 raids on the group and an investigation by Israel as well. India, on the other hand, is evading the very basic question. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. Now, before I end this video, since we started our YouTube membership program, a lot of mails are coming in asking whether there is an option of one-time payment as well to support us. So we have come up with another option on our website through which you can now support us. You can choose if you want to support us through monthly one-time payment or yearly one-time payment on the website. This subscription plan also comes with certain benefits, so do check it out. Go to our website, click on the support on the topmost toolbar and check out the plan that you want to take up. Your support means the most to us, so do subscribe. Until then, stay tuned to HW News.